Before contact, people lived and wandered throughout the entire country. Some tribes settled, some had summer and winter locations, some tribes traveled constantly following the seasons. In spring and summer it could be +10 to +20 degrees Celsius. In fall or winter it could be -10 to -20 degrees Celsius. People fished and hunted, picked herbs and berries. A part of the rights of treaty are like a passport. It recognizes that First Nation people love and live on this land in its entirety. Canada is a First Nation word meaning village. It is the world's second largest country. It is 9.98 million square kilometers big and spreads from the Atlantic to the Pacific and north to the Arctic Ocean. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. It is a multicultural country, which means that it recognizes and respects racial, religious, and cultural backgrounds. The capital city of Canada is Ottawa. This is Manitoba. Manitoba comes from the First Nation word Manitou, meaning spirit. It is close to 650,000 square kilometers big. The capital city is Winnipeg. My mother was from Norway House. My father was from Winnipeg. They met in Grand Rapids at a baseball game. Both became teachers and would live their lives all over the province. 2 years here, 4 years there, the same as my ancestors traveling from place to place. The farthest north we lived was in Oxford House. When we arrived, the entire community was at the airport. First Nation people knew of mixed marriages, but none had had opportunity to meet anyone. Word had spread that the new principal had a First Nation wife, that they had a child, and a pure white dog. It was a wonderful welcome. The men proudly shook my father's hand. The women surrounded my mother with smiles. I was passed along from person to person. They checked my fingers and my toes. They looked deep in my eyes with smiles and concluded that I was okay. Our dog Kona was the biggest attraction, getting petted by everyone there. Nowadays times have changed, but I still enjoy the memory. I would wait for treaty days and sign up for the marathon run. That way I knew every inch of the land I was living on. In the summer, we would spend time camping, and other times traveling to home reserves visiting relatives. Or I would spend time with my granny in Winnipeg. I've watched sunrises and sunsets in pure country. I've met a lot of people and listened to a lot of elders. I've owned a lot of puppies. I've fished and camped in some amazing places and danced in a lot of powwows. And with every place I've lived, I've learned new respect. It seems I have settled. Winnipeg is the capital and largest city in Manitoba. Its population is over 750,000 people. The name Winnipeg comes from the First Nation word which means cloudy or muddy water. Winnipeg is one of the most racially diverse cities in Canada. We have sister cities all over the world. Winnipeggers are mostly Christian faith, but there are large communities of other religions as well, and more than 100 languages are spoken in the city. I'm very proud of my culture and very proud of my country. It seems only fitting that we have our national anthem. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.